Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently working on paying off our debt here. We're 11 weeks out from that. I was thinking about going back to war. 11 weeks out though, that is tempting to just pay off our debt. I mean, we could do both. There's no reason why we can't do both, right? So we're probably going to do both. I want to think about attacking maybe like Sokoto over here. That would be an interesting one to go after, wouldn't it? What do they have over here for... Okay, 12 logging camps is pretty attractive. 45 iron mines, an additional 20 logging camps, 72 coal mines, 18 logging camps, 19 logging camps, 21 coal mines. That is pretty attractive, actually. Consider it done. So we're going to toss everything we can into this Sokoto attack right away. We're going to add all the war goals that we can immediately. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll see if anybody decides to do anything about this. And if they do, we'll take stuff from them too. We have a few maneuvers left, so that'll be absolutely fine. Let's just see if anybody decides to join this. Sokoto started conscription. That doesn't matter. Completely and totally irrelevant, to be honest. We really don't care about that. Wood and iron are expensive, and so that's what we're going after right now. Some pops in North Madagascar are still below the minimum expected standard of living. I wonder why that is. 20.3 right now, with their largest expenses being services, porcelain, and tea. I mean, I think a big part of it is we just need to cut our taxes, right? Our taxation level is maxed right now as we work our way out of debt. So I think overall this is reasonably fine. I'm not too concerned about it at this moment. We only need about 5 more weeks at this taxation level. We're not shocked that our standard of living is dipping. Hi, Russia. You want to do this again? Really? Interesting. So Russia wants to do this again. We're going to take a quick look here at what we can get. 6 logging camps. Okay, sure. 9 logging camps, 72 coal mines is pretty decent, but coal isn't that expensive. 60 oil rigs available in Saratov. Okay, so we found one of the locations we're going to go for. We're going to go for Saratov here. Boom. Phenomenal. What else do we want? We're actually out of maneuvers. That's actually all we can get. Okay, so in that case, we're going to put Malcolm Hume Campbell over here. We're probably going to need a few additional troops over here. For the time being, we know that going through Russia is a bit of a grind, right? I'm going to send 500 battalions over here. That should be sufficient. So we're going to send 500 battalions over. These guys, once they finish conquering Sokoto, can come back up over here. I would take more from Russia, but we're out of maneuvers. We simply cannot add any additional war goals here. So that's all we can get. But, I mean, just getting Saratov here and its 60 oil rigs is huge. Borgu sided with Sokoto. That's sad. I guess we'll send Philip Shepard on over here. The reason why this is sad, of course, is because we can't take their territory. We're already maxed out on what territory we can get. But I guess we're reasonably okay with this. I mean, the war's maxed out, right? We're not going to get anything else out of it. So is there anybody thinking about joining this? A few. There are a few people thinking about joining this. And by a few, I mean most of the world. Most of the world is thinking about joining in on this one. But I don't think they actually will. Keep in mind we can scale up our military to crazy amounts if we decide to. We are nowhere near our cap. Absolutely nowhere near. So this is absolutely fine. Sure, this guy can be exiled. I guess that's fine. So how are we doing on our literacy? It's improving, no doubt about that. That's good. We are out of debt at this point, so I'm going to start cutting taxes. Cutting them down at least to here. That puts us at 629k. Okay, minus 1.21 million. Yeah, that's a bit painful. That is certainly mildly painful. So how are we doing on our tech here? We are 11 months away, 10 months away from compression ignition. Sure. We could run this deficit for the time being. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to bump us up to high taxes. We know that porcelain is causing a bit of an effect on our people. 1.44 million from that. Tea is also causing an effect. I'm going to remove the tea consumption tax for right now. We'll leave these two in place for the moment. And we'll just sit here until this war with Russia is over. The war with Russia will be relatively expensive, so that seems fine. Everybody is declaring neutrality at this point. No one else decided to join, and no one else even can join from here on out. So that is looking absolutely great. We're going to conquer ourselves a nice chunk of Russia. Sounds great. And by a nice chunk of Russia, of course, I mean just Saratov. Just Saratov. So I do want to put in a strategic objective out over here, with that being Saratov. Naturally, we want to control that. Down here, it doesn't really matter where we go, to be honest. All of this is fine. Cool, so our war with Sokoto has broken out, and this war is over. Yeah. This war is super over. Russia's going to continue to bring in conscripts over here for a while, so their numbers are going to get better. But to be honest, we don't need all that much to force Russia out of this war. And yeah, we're instantly winning this. Look at those offense versus defense numbers. Oh, wow. Look at that differential between our dead and their dead. That's insane. Okay. We constructed the Panama Canal. That's the thing we did. I wouldn't mind considering cutting our taxes fairly soon here. Our money definitely went up there by a good amount. We could drop our consumption tax on luxury clothes. That's an interesting option here. What do we gain from having excess authority? Enactment time? Okay. I don't really care too much about that. Yeah. I think this is fine. We'll just sit here. We might dip negative briefly here and there. We are paying 3.11 million in welfare right now. That's a lot of welfare. So that's certainly noted. Out of curiosity, 22.8 million unemployed. Okay, we need to do something about this unemployment situation then. So what do we actually need? That's a question we have to ask here. I mean, we need these resources, right? That's definitely tough for us, though. Let's sort by balance. Iron, wood, electricity. We can do something about electricity anyway. So let's hop over to our power plants and let's sort by labor here. That's a lot of available labor in Münster. I'm going to build in Niger Delta for right now because we need economy of scale there. But that is a lot of labor here. Okay. For the moment, that's fine. So we are, of course, taking over Sokoto. Borgu is going to exit this war quite soon. Sadly, we don't actually get anything out of them. But we are going to get a good amount of oil, iron, and wood out of this war. That is all very, very good. What do we consume for our power plants again right now? Currently, we consume coal and engines. Okay, that's fine. No major issues there. So minus 54.4K. Each one of these power plants produces how much right now? This does not actually say. That's a helpful tooltip. What do we got here? 100 per level. Okay, so we're going to need like 10 times as many as this to bring that to even. Noted. So we're going to do a lot of construction here. This is going to be expensive. And we'll do 51 here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need like 10 of these. So that's 8, 9, and 10. That's going to take a while to build. That's fine. We've got a lot of power plants queued up here. No doubt about that. That's okay. We got a field promotion, general. Okay, sure. That seems okay. And we're definitely pushing into Russia over here. That is not surprising in the slightest. So this is all absolutely fine. Getting these raw resources will be valuable for us, but of course, getting all of these power plants constructed for the purpose of putting people to work would be very good. We want to get our unemployment numbers down so that we have less on these welfare payments. I think our welfare payments also go to dependents. But we are paying welfare to unemployment, right? They don't collect a wage, yes, and they'll likely emigrate. Dependents, they also have lower pop needs. They generate dependent income, and that can be supplemented by the Social Security institution. Okay, so yeah, that's probably not actually any sort of like unemployment insurance. Noted. So Borgu capitulated, that's fine. We are, of course, running old age pension right now. We could consider dropping our welfare. Do we want to? I don't know. Maybe we want to hold it here. We're paying a lot into our welfare right now. No doubt about that. 3.13 million. That's a huge chunk. But that might be a sustainable chunk. At least once we get these people put to work, and once we get these resources from these wars. So I think we're going to wait until after this war is over, and at that point, we'll think about what we want to do about it. So we've got a battle ongoing over here. Peru-Bolivia is siding with Brazil against Communist Brazil. Good job. And Communist Brazil wants us to intervene over there. For the time being, of course, we're far more interested in Sokoto. There's a lot of good resources here for us. So that's all great. We've got so many power plants queued up here. It is wild. Absolutely wild how many power plants this is going to get. The French Republic sided with Communist Brazil. Okay, I wish them luck with that one. And how are we doing at pushing into Saratov? Very well, actually. Russia's going to be interested in getting out of this war pretty soon, I feel like. So obviously we want to press all of these war goals, right? No doubt about that. Sokoto is going to be interested in bailing on this soon. Russian war support is minus 57. No, it's plus 57. Okay. I was reading that tooltip wrong. That is absolutely great. So we're going to wrap up over here in Sokoto. We did not take over very much territory from that last battle. That is sad. But this is fine. How long can we run this deficit for before we go into debt? It's already in debt. Okay, that's noted. We may want to crank our taxes back up temporarily. Yeah, while we've got this war underway, we'll crank the taxes back up just to take the edge off there. And our health system investment just increased to level 5. So that's neat. Okay, we're back to positive. Very good. So Russia's already losing a lot of war support. Like, a whole lot. Russia is already at 47. I love it. That's absolutely great. So obviously Sokoto is going to capitulate soon. Why are all of our forces piled into that front? Head on down here. Let's get this other front cleaned up. There we go. Beautiful. So we'll get that cleaned up, and it's cleaned up just instantly there. But we do have another location to attack, so that all looks good. Borgu, of course, already bailed, and Russia will be bailing soon. Oh, wow. 70-6? Okay. Well, this battle's been going on for a while, so that's fine. Sokoto just capitulated, so now it's just Russia in this war, and that, of course, means that we want to come down over here and build our resources. Top priority, iron mines. So we get 45 iron mines there. And then logging camps are also a very high priority here. There we go. I actually queued those up at the bottom. I guess that's okay. We'll get all of those queued up and our lead mines as well. There we go. But I do want to get these moved up. So, we're going to have to sit here and spam for a moment. That's very sad. No doubt about it. Actually, do we want to do that? There's probably really, really low construction efficiency here. Okay, I've changed my mind. We're going to get to these after we build our power plants. That'll be fine. We do, however, definitely need to reset our production methods over here. There we go. And we need to incorporate these states as well, those that are not pre-incorporated. So that'll be absolutely fine there. And we'll get all of that queued up. We actually do have access to some of these here. So 1.42, 2.62 for T. Almost certainly we're not going to get anything better than that. 2.29 in Nigeria. I like it. Dye plantations in East Hausaland. Do it. Cotton plantations 1.17. Coffee 2.53. Sounds good. And then we've got millet farms and livestock ranches. We'll go with the millet farms in British Outer Hausaland. And there we go. There's all of that queued up. We've got 83 weeks on this. Okay, 721 items with 908 total in the queue. That's a decent amount. No doubt about that. Market access has definitely dropped down a bit. So we're going to want to keep an eye on our railways here. How's that going? We definitely need a couple of extra railways, and we're going to need a few more. But for now, that's okay. We're going to get new techs here, compression ignition. That is going to be very useful for us. And getting the additional oil is also going to be useful because that's going to give us diesel pumps for all of our mines, which will be magnificent. That'll be a nice throughput bump for us. So very, very good there. And of course, it's 1929. Game is going to be over soon. But we're not at that point quite yet. So we'll get all of these power plants built up. We're going to have a huge chunk of them done soon. But by no means will that be all of them. 81 weeks left in the queue here. We've got more than 81 weeks left in the game. So that's looking solid. Russia's still at 24 war support. I'm actually surprised that they're not dropping down further. We're, of course, going to conquer Saratov. That is the goal here. Only 2.78 due to exhaustion right now. Interesting. $1849K available manpower. Okay, rubber has been discovered in Hausaland. That's always convenient. We are certainly going to deal with that, so we're going to build some rubber in Hausaland, putting that at the bottom of the queue for right now. That looks absolutely great. And we should have these guys that we could demobilize. I'm actually going to. I suspect that Russia is going to hang in this war for a bit. Okay, so we had those three, and there should be, I think... Okay, we've got some market access issues here. We should have, I think, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that is correct. So that's all looking great. It's just these guys that need to be demobilized. And how long will this be? Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. Absolutely okay. Like I said, I think it's going to be a bit for Russia to actually get this done. So that's a lot of production methods, and that's going to be a lot of additional oil that we need. Luckily, we're conquering some here, and we're going to just go ahead and go through here. What do we got? Motor industries onto diesel engines. Beautiful. We want to keep those where they're at as far as being mixed, of course. And in the rural areas, we're going to go to compression ignition tractors. Yeah, we're still on steam-powered thresher machines here, but compression ignition tractors seems fine. Diesel pumps seems amazing. Yes, we're going to have a big demand for oil. No doubt about that. I also want to think about maximizing our demand for oil. And what does that mean? Well, that means going into our glassworks and going to houseware plastics. Now, that will absolutely max out the price of oil. We might want to delay that. Let's see what happens to our oil first. Oil's already expensive. Fair enough. Yeah, we'll delay that. We will definitely delay that. So that's looking fine. Now the question is, when are the Russians going to give up? They have 112 reasons not to, but that's about to drop down below 0 here. So we're about to see a good update. -3 due to exhaustion now. Seems good. Okay, they would now accept this, but we can't actually propose it. Okay, so we're going to have to wait for them to capitulate to us. Wow. I'm just looking at these number differentials here. That is insane. Nearly 10 to 1. Not quite there, but nearly 10 to 1. That's crazy. The wounded is a little bit better. It's like 8 to 1. A little bit better. But even then, those are insane numbers that we're putting up in this war. So that's absolutely wonderful. How are we doing on our credit? We've almost paid it off, actually, even while in this war. Yes, we maxed our taxes for it. Russia just capitulated. Perfect. I'm going to cut our taxes down to here. We are going to be negative for a bit here, but that's because we're constructing. That's fine. I'm completely okay with that. Now, I want to come in and build these oil rigs as a top priority. Yes, it's very low construction efficiency here, but I want to get that done. So, unfortunately, we have to click all of them because we can't queue them up at the top. We can queue that up like so, and agriculture here, yeah, we can put in rye or livestock. Rye it is. Oh, wow, that's a lot of farms. Okay, we'll definitely put those in. That seems very good. So that's okay. I then want to check in on our infrastructure situation. We're certainly going to need a few of these. Okay. We're going to need like 6 in the Niger Delta at least. Let's do something along the lines of that. Okay, and that is absolutely great. So, I mean, we've got 148 weeks, right? We should certainly reset production methods up here in Saratov, and we should also incorporate that. Hello, pause menu. There we go. That all looks great. This is less great. There's a proletarian revolt diplomatic play against us. India? India. It's always India. Okay. I mean, unless it's Mexico. Or Africa. Or really anywhere else in the world. Yeah. That's about right. It could be... Oh, apparently I'm hiccuping. That's exciting. Well, hopefully that doesn't keep happening. Because that would be a problem. The good news is we're almost done with the episode. So if it does keep happening, I might have to end it here. We'll see. We'll see. For the time being, though, it seems to be okay. Perhaps subsiding. Hopefully. We do have this proletarian revolt, of course, and the real question is anyone going to join in on it? France is thinking about it. We can't really get anything if they do, so it doesn't really do much, to be honest. So all we need to do right now is work our way through this construction. The oil rigs in Saratov are going to be fairly slow, but the construction efficiency there is improving. This is a significant chunk of it due to devastation, but the turmoil is by far the majority of it. That said, the turmoil is going to go down substantially. Our radicalism is ticking downward. How are we doing on our legitimacy? We're at 89? Okay. I would definitely like to drop our medium taxes here and lose this -5 legitimacy hit. That would be very beneficial for us, but it would put us in substantial deficit territory. We're already basically in substantial deficit territory. We could put back in our tea and luxury clothes consumption taxes. And then from there, dropping to medium taxes would not be useful exactly, but we can use that to pay off our debt while constructing. That would be the idea here. So that seems fine. it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to get these constructions finished up and probably continue to work on conquering shiny new resources. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.